Get the jitters out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I had something for you, but never mind.
What you have?
It's for nerves.
It's for nerves.
Hmm.
Okay.
Do you
Well,
want it?
tell me after. I'll take it after.
No, you need it now. It's for nerves to help you with your nerves to get them together. It's like a little, like two little drops.
Drops of
Hmm.
what? I'm gonna record this too. Yeah, I'm getting all this right here. So she
Look, I
about to
can't be
give me
giving out. I can't be giving out my
some
secrets.
nerve medicine. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she ain't a doctor, and I'm pretty sure this ain't prescribed.
I'm a holistic doctor.
A holistic. Oh, I don't trust that one. I don't know what a
Okay, so
holistic.
look, here you go.
Oh, I thought this was some lipstick.
But usually it's not. It has alcohol in it because it's to preserve it, but it might help now, it might not, but you'll see. You kind of got to keep taking it.
Gotta keep taking it.
Yeah, but it's good. Like it literally says
Just give me a
relief
shot.
of naturally occurring simple nervous tension.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I
you
just
and
throw that right there.
you and Dr. Phil over there. Over
No,
there
see, Dr.
prescribed.
Phil, he ain't on my level. Mm.
Well, let's get this thing started. I like that. That was a good little intro, right? That's how you bring it in right there.
Hey, it's not what you know, it's who knows you podcast show.
Okay, everybody, and we're back. We got another special one right here tonight. Yes, we doing a little late night special. Yeah. It's a little breeze. We had to
Really,
bring the coats and the jackets and stuff. It was a little breezy
little
this
fake
joke.
chinchilla, you
I'm
know.
telling you, yes. So go ahead. You know, I'm DJ BestFriend. Go ahead and
My
introduce
name's
yourself.
Marissa Monet. Oh, do you want me to talk more
Man,
like?
talk. Go
Oh,
on, bring
okay.
it out. Let them
So yeah,
know.
my name's Marissa Monet. What am I? Like I do a lot of different things. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm a creative. I'm a creative director. I'm a cosmetologist. I do makeup.
Ooh,
I'm a director,
jeez.
a writer.
Ooh.
So I'm doing script writing and stuff. A little bit of acting,
Okay.
stylist. Check me out. Yeah. What
Sounds
can I
like
do? A little bit of
yeah.
graphic design too. You know.
Well, I guess we got Michael Jordan in the building. Y'all give it up for Michael Jordan. Yeah. Doing all the sports. I'm telling you, all the entertainment. I'm telling you,
And good
whatever you
at it
need.
too.
And good at it. There we
Mhm.
go. So explain to me in details what you got going on with
So, I mean, basically, I'm using social media since, that's what everybody is on almost 24/7 as a means to, put my talents out there and broadcast what it is that I do.
mm-hmm.
So, I always tell people, like, eventually I don't want to be on social media, but until that time, starting this year, you're probably gonna see a lot of me. So in different realms, like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and just posting like whether I'm in front of the camera, acting or modeling, or behind the camera, directing, being a creative director, script writing, different things like that.
So do you see yourself like getting picked up off of social media, like maybe like off a skit or a product or a commercial or something that you do
Um,
on there? Is that
so
one of the
it's not
goals?
so much that I want to be picked up by anybody. It's just more so like um, using those platforms to showcase my business and grow that because I do have my own cosmetic line that I'm working on and working on relaunching properly because I just wanted to start.
So what is an improper way to relaunch? How does that
So
improper way? How do you?
because I'm like teaching myself everything, like, there's not too many people in my family that are entrepreneurs and that, that I could learn from,
Mm-hmm.
as far as that aspect. Like my mom, she's in the entertainment field. My mom has been in the entertainment field for a very long time. She's actually sold body butter, like what I'm doing now. So, I'm learning a little bit here and there from her, just being around her. But a lot of the things that I've done so far, I really just taught myself, like from
Okay.
working different jobs, gaining that experience, but also like just doing my own research, trial and error through, opening my own suite and getting my LLC and figuring out, the things that come with having your own business, which is a lot,
Right.
So
Was there there was like any influence anywhere in your life to make you like how did this come about? Like
well,
how did you
I
get
think I always
influenced?
knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur because like I remember when I was like 17 and I was having a conversation with my dad like in the car. We was in New York and it was like around the time where I'm like about to graduate high school. So he's kind of asking me like, okay, what do you want to do? X, Y, and Z. And I was like, oh, well, I want to go to cosmetology school, for hair and makeup because that's like everybody knew me for that. And I was like, I want to open my own business, So that was always in the back of my mind. Like I always wanted to have my own business. So even after I graduated high school, I still like I knew that I wanted to go to cosmetology school, but I wanted to go to college too. You know what I mean? Like I
Okay.
didn't know what I wanted to go to college for, but I wanted to go because all my friends were going. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those things.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I was
So
like, I
did you
wanted to
know
experience.
anything about college other than just the fact that you knew your friends was going? Like,
Well,
did you
yeah.
know about the
So
experience and everything and what to expect out in,
Well, so when I was my junior year of high school, I actually visited USM. So that's University of Mississippi or something like that. University State. I don't know. I can't remember. But
Right.
that was my junior year of high school. And I was actually pregnant with my son. So I visited the college when I was pregnant, and like down south, you take the ACT. You don't take the SAT or whatever. So I think I had scored like a 16 or something. That's pretty good, like for your first time. I think the max you can get is like a 30 or something. So 16 was pretty good.
Okay.
So I visited that college.
Ho. I know school now. I wasn't the brightest, but I knew school. 50% is considered an E
Well,
in grades. So how is
so
16% still
16
good?
was still good because like so when I went to the school, they were telling us like uh your first time taking it. So that was my first time taking it my junior year.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
so they were saying like that's pretty good for your junior year taking it, like just whatever. But like you could take it again, and then they have like classes that you can take to kind of prepare you for the ACT or whatever. So different level, like
Oh,
different
so you did all
points.
this in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your junior year in high school, you scored 16.
Yeah. So
Cool,
then I
okay.
could take it again my senior year, and then that placement, like, of course, you could take it as many times as you need to,
Yeah.
but certain placements, I think, like certain point levels, you can get like a full ride, and then certain points you can get like they pay for your dorm and all that. So they was telling us all of this while
Oh,
we were
wow.
visiting
Man,
the
what is this? Who
college.
wants to be a millionaire?
Like,
It's like a freaking
yeah,
board
so
game or
I
something.
was actually excited because I'm like, okay, I made a 16. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? I could do better. Like, I know me. I know I could do better
Mm-hmm.
because anytime I took like standardized tests and stuff like that, I always did really well. Like in school, I wasn't like the biggest test taker. Like I didn't really like taking tests for real. But when I took those standardized tests, my ass was acing them. Like I was
Okay.
getting really, especially on the writing portion. Like when you had to take the English part and you had to write paragraphs and shit.
Oh, yeah, that was your thing,
Yeah,
huh?
because I used to be writing stories and shit, and then they would have to give me extra paper to like
Okay. You
yeah,
go
so I
above
was
and beyond, yeah.
like I'm like, hold on, this story is to be continued, like shit.
Everybody be waiting for you at the end of class to finish, and you
Yes,
still writing your
but
paragraph.
that was my thing. Like English was always like my favorite subject in English, history, and math. So
Okay.
yeah, well, more so when I got in high school. But yeah, so college, like I said, I visited college or whatever, and I was actually going to go to the schools that I were actually looking at besides USM was Art Institute. So I was looking at Art Institute in Miami and in New York. So they
Mm.
actually came to our school too when I was my junior year. So I was like, oh, I want to go there because I was in fashion class.
Okay.
So I was like, my initial goal was to go to either Miami or Florida for fashion design or whatever. Because
So hold on. So through this whole time of going through high school,
mm,
it sounds to me like you're picking up pretty much traits of doing things that's more in the entertainment business.
yeah.
and like all of that was just coming to you. Wasn't like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You
Well, I mean, like like I said,
watch no Martin or
well,
none of that.
oh
Anything that brought
no.
it to
So,
what
well,
brought
no,
this
as I said, like my
attention? Like, how did it
mom,
start?
she was in the entertainment field. Like, so
Oh,
yeah, that's what I was
really?
saying. My mom, she has been in movies like as an extra. She's done dance. Like,
Oh, yeah.
she had me
Okay.
and stuff too. So
Mm,
like, uh, when I was younger, I had tried out for Showbiz Kids. I don't know if a lot of
okay.
people know what that is, but like, I think I was like 3 or 4, and I tried out for
Yeah.
Showbiz Kids,
Okay,
and
hold on.
then
Because it's funny because you was like, mom did a little bit. I said, oh, mom did a lot. Hold
yeah.
on, mom in the
So she was
mix.
the one that was
Okay,
really like pushing that
that's cool.
modeling and acting thing,
Shout
when I
out
was
to
young.
mom.
Yes.
Mom does.
Shout out to my mother.
Yeah, drop them
And
seeds.
she's still doing it to this day. So, me and her are working on different projects, still like she's still in
She's
the inner.
still working with you
Hmm.
too through
Yeah,
some of
she
your
works on her
projects.
own projects and stuff. So I've actually met a lot of different people through my mother. Like, she
Wow.
was very well connected and still is very well connected. Like, she was
Nice.
to know Big Tigger and all
Okay.
them people like back in the day. So,
Oh, cool. See, look, your mom might have ran into my people. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? 'Cause,
trying to tell
yeah,
you.
we might. Well, yeah, they might
So
know each
it's a
other.
lot,
So
yeah. So my mom was the one that was like pushing that whole like modeling and acting and stuff. So, um,
nice.
like that's why I said like when I was younger, I was kind of like dibbling dabbling in it with my mother, and then like when I moved to Cali with my dad, that's when I kind of like start doing theater.
Mm,
So I was really into theater. Like I love theater.
nice.
They had us doing script writing and
Mm-hmm.
monologues and different things like that. So, and then outside of school, I would go on like auditions and stuff to try to, because my dad wasn't really into that. Like, my dad was like, oh, acting, like, that's your mom's thing. He didn't think that
Right.
that was something that I really wanted to do. He thought that that was just something my mom was pushing on me. But I'm like, no, like, I really am interested in this. So, I used to do theater, and was in dance. So like when we did school plays, like I would be acting, and then the dance parts would come up, and then I would be in the dance parts too. So I was doing
Oh
both,
wow. So how are you able to play two different characters in one
So
scene, one show?
they would like so costume changes, stuff like that. So we were doing all of that. Like we had so in our middle school, like when you go off the stage, you go out this door, and then across from the door was like a classroom. So we would run into the classroom and do costume
Right.
changes, and like
Oh,
so
and
it was.
you had to be on your A game
Yeah.
because you were right
But it
back
was
out
really
there.
fun though. Like I
That's
really
cool.
enjoyed myself. Like when I tell you it looked like a Broadway show, but we were
Mm-hmm.
in middle school doing this type of stuff. So like when people are like talking to me about it, like you did that, and I'm like, yeah, we were doing that in Cali. Like it was lit.
Nice.
So
So, so, and it's interesting because when you talking about doing all that acting in California and you were really into it, so
mm,
I know that it really plays a part nowadays in social media and
hmm,
presenting, your brand, your business,
yeah,
everything you want to
yeah,
present to somebody. You have to create some type of emotion out of them
yeah.
through social media now. So with you having that experience, how are you going to take that, or how do you take that and
Incorporated.
and match that with that same
Mm,
intensity to show people through
yeah.
their phone?
So I mean, like that's like part of like okay, like in my brand, I love like doing like how so my friend Chris, he's into short films and filming and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
like when I came to him with the idea of like doing a commercial for my cosmetic line, I'm like, I want to tell a story, like a short story almost in 1 minute of, like why they should buy my cosmetics, but also like why like what's going on. Like this whole storyline was like this girl, her boyfriend was late or wasn't gonna be able to make it for Christmas or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So he sends her a gift box with all these different things in it, but it was my products. So I like came up with like a storyline. I came up with like the music and everything. Like I feel like every detail counts when you're trying to tell or portray something to an audience.
Right,
So,
right.
that like that is a big part of like acting as well because like like the audience is looking at everything that you do. So,
Right.
you know, your emotion, gestures, everything is, you know, telling a story. So I definitely feel like, you know, my like the little bit of acting that I did do back then definitely has helped, you know, with what I'm doing currently, because like the theatrics of it all, you know, I'm very
Right.
theatrical, whether people know it or not. Like, especially like when I was younger, before I even got into acting for real, like I used to be in my grandparents' house, like just singing and like acting like I was different people. Like I used to act like I had my own TV show. And I used to be like, oh, I have good news and I got bad news. And then I would ask people like, do you want to hear the good news or the bad news first? And then like I would just play
Man.
off of that, and I would just make up stories. Or like, you know, even my friends, like back in the day, like we were in elementary school, my friend had got like a camcorder for Christmas, and we would just go around the house and make up a whole movie. Like we would be in the basement,
Oh wow,
outside.
man! Can you
Yeah,
pull up some of this
yeah.
art? Yeah,
I
can I
would.
get
That's what
some
I
of
was
this
telling. I
stuff?
was telling Chris, I'm like, I wish I could like go and I'm gonna go and ask her and see if she still has it. But that was like so long ago. Like we were
Yeah.
like 8, 7 years old. Like, and she had a camcorder. I was like, I want a camcorder too. Like, cause we were
No.
having so much fun. Like literally just doing like you
And
might
how
say
old were you?
improv.
Say you were? How
Like
old you say?
eight,
8 years
7
old.
years old. Like, cause she was
Oh
younger than me, so I
wow.
might have been a little bit older. I might have been like 9, but I think she's like 7. So like it's like kind of an age difference there. But like we were doing like improv because we didn't have no script or nothing, but we would
Right.
just have like we would just be so dramatic, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
putting on like a little show on the camera and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So, you know, but like I literally use just who I am and use that to, you know, for my cosmetic line and just being online, period, because I just feel like, you know, I'm already theatrical, you know, so I just
All
up
right.
it
So
and
you dramatic, huh? So
I
out of
am pretty
everybody in your
dramatic.
family, were you like that one, or
Yeah,
you was that one like?
I was definitely dramatic because I used to always say I'm not dramatic, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're definitely dramatic." But
Wow.
yeah,
So it's funny. So give me one good news and one bad news of you being dramatic.
Lord,
Yeah, I mean you
let
should be
me
good at
see.
this. I mean you've been doing it since you was a kid, right?
But see, the thing is, when I used to say good news and bad news, like it would just be stuff I would just make up. It was like news or
Right.
whatever. So I was like really young doing that. Like I was probably like 4 or 5 years old,
Yeah.
just saying like, "Oh, I got good news and bad news. Which one you want to hear first?" And just make something up on the top of my head, you know. But you
Then what
know,
happened to him? I'm waiting for the good news and the
I know.
bad news.
Look right now,
Where's
I
the?
don't know. All
We
I got
can't
is
bring it out. We gotta bring it out. It's
but
cool
yeah,
though.
like, but I see it's funny because I just recently started thinking about all that stuff like when I was a kid, just how, you know, dramatic and just doing that type of stuff around the house,
Yeah.
especially at my grandparents' house where they, you know, grandparents let you do anything. And they kind of encouraged me to just, you know,
Go
just be
all
who
out.
I
Yeah.
am. You know what I'm saying? I used to be
Go
in the
full
house with the
blown
little
crazy.
plastic heels on and the purse
Mm.
and my little in my nightgown and stuff. And see, my grandmother, she's like she always wanted to do Broadway too, and she's very dramatic too. She's a Virgo, so we already know what that's giving. But
Okay. Okay.
so,
Come
but
chill with
she's
the
dramatic
Virgos.
too. So I definitely feel like I get it from my mom, my grandmother, like so yeah.
Nice. Okay, so the ladies in the family had all
Yes.
the spirit, huh?
Yes.
That's cool. That's cool. That's my type of family right there,
Yes.
man. That's nice. So now that let's fast forward. So now that you have established your LLC and started your business, and you also said that you were rebranding, right?
Mm.
So where do you see that direction going? Do you want to go more towards staying independent, or are you trying to go corporate with it? Because you know, once you start putting your stuff out there, people are going to start bidding. Some people want to, invest, and some people may want to be a part. So where's your direction with your business?
Well, I've definitely thought about getting investors, but I've kind of been trying to like do things on my own first before I do, you know, get investors and things involved. Because initially when I started, you know, I did want investors. Like I was looking to friends and different people on social media, like, okay, like this is my vision, X, Y, and Z. But, you know, also I was just like, I really want total control. Like you can still have total control with investors, but the thing is, like, I don't want to be owing anybody anything. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, you know, I've used having like a 9 to 5, raising my own money to do what I have to do. You know what I mean? Like saving up my money and working to like brand my business, and because basically I am my brand anyway. But like, you know, like I said, I don't really see myself using investors right now or even taking out a loan of any sort. Now, if I get to the point where that like I might need that, then maybe possibly. But as of right now, I'm not really looking for like to go that avenue just yet. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what I can do on my own first. Because like honestly, when I first put out my cosmetics in 2020, I wasn't really expecting anything from it. You know what I'm saying? Like the pandemic was going on and I was still working at Yelp. And so
Oh, you was working at Yelp?
Yeah.
Oh, what was you doing at Yelp? How the hell you score a job at Yelp? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to download the app. You know what I mean? I let alone get an account. How do you do that?
So so my brother's sister actually worked at Yelp, and it was so funny because I had so I don't know. I'm big on manifesting and what you put out into the universe. You know, be careful what you say because you might get it. That can go both ways. Man. But so I literally like summer of 2019, like I was broke as hell, trying to figure out what I was going to do career wise. I knew what I wanted to do, but I knew what I needed to do right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Because I was broke, I needed money, and I was working at a what is it called? Like a I don't like a nursing home, I guess, or assisted living place, doing hair for the elderly. And so I was working there and I didn't really like it too much, but I stuck it out. And then I had got sick or I wasn't feeling well and I didn't come. It was like a week after, like I had only been there a week. So the next week I didn't come. So the lady she was like, we don't need you to come back. I was like, oh shit, I didn't effed up my.
She done got fired out of a retirement home.
And my check came. I was like, I made that, and I only been there like 3 days. Like I think I was there like 3 days, 3.5 days, and I think.
Oh, your check was huge?
Yeah, it was pretty damn good. And I was
that's
like,
what I'm saying. All they want is for you to be consistent. Yeah, they gonna pay all the pay.
Like, okay, I definitely messed that money up. But so then after that, I was like, okay, because I think that was like my second job that year. I worked somewhere. I worked at a lash place. I was like, I'm not feeling this because it was a lot of shady business going on. And then, you know, I worked here. And then after that, I was like, okay. So I started writing in my journal, like, you know, this is what I want. I want a job that will making a certain amount. I wrote down the amount. And then I was like, to open up my suite. So then literally, like, not even like maybe a couple weeks after that, I talked to my brother's sister. Shout out to Miana. Talked to her, and I don't even know how we even started talking, but then, you know, I was like, she was telling me about her job, and I was like, oh, where do you work at? Blah blah blah. And she told me, and then she ended up getting me an interview. Like she was like, send your resume to here or whatever. And so I sent my resume. Not even like 2 days later, they called me. So then, like, it was like maybe like 3 phone interviews. Then I had an in-person interview. And then after that, they called me one more time. Like, it was like a process.
Wow.
So
they was double checking on you. They like.
Definitely was. So that was like in August. And then I didn't start working until October. But I was like, so literally what I manifested, I got. Like, I literally got the exact amount that I had asked for. And I was like, well, dang, if I should have asked for more than that. So then, like, literally, like, I got the job at Yelp, and I really love working at Yelp, especially in the office. Like, their culture, they're really big on culture within the office. Like, like that was my very first job where it was just like almost like I'm gonna say like corporate, because I worked in corporate settings, but it was more like how do I want to put it? Like, I don't know. Like, it was fun. Like, it was fun. It was definitely work, but it was definitely still fun too. Like, they definitely made it fun to work there. Um, and then like going into like the pandemic and stuff, we started working at home, and then that was like a drab. I thought I was gonna love it, but I hated it. Like, I hated working from home.
So
Um,
what was the difference?
because like honestly, working at Yelp, that culture of just having your
Being in the building, the
yeah,
environment, just being
and
somewhere.
feeding off your teammates'
Yeah,
energy, like it's almost like Wolf on Wall Street. Have you ever seen the movie Wolf on Wall Street?
I've seen clips of it.
So it's almost like as in a sense like that. Like everybody's on the phone, calling, trying to make
Right.
sales. People are walking around on the
Oh
phone.
wow, so you was in one of those type of
Yeah.
environments.
So like
Oh,
you'll
so
make a
coming back
sale, people are
home.
hitting the gong, like it's
Oh
you
man, look,
know. So
she
it was
got
pretty
yo.
fun.
You done spoiled this girl. She over this though. She not even here to work. She here to hear the gong beat and all of this,
No, but
man.
see,
Y'all
that's
done
the thing.
spoiled this
Like,
girl.
I really like being in the office because, like, I like being around my teammates and stuff. When I was
Yeah.
at home, like, it was just me. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? In my room on the phone. But when I was
But
in the
you do that all the time. It was like that
but
would
yeah,
be.
it was different. Like you had to be on the phone all day long. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And it was like, at least in the office, you can get up, walk around, socialize a little bit, talk to people. That human interaction. At home, there was no
Mm-hmm.
human interaction. Like you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, like I had to homeschool my kids in a sense because they were doing virtual learning. So I was like,
Oh right, right.
okay, there's a lot to do. So, I still had that goal of opening my suite in the back of my head. So I'm like, okay, it's time. Like I felt like it was getting to that time. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up leaving my job in like April.
Mm-hmm.
I kept saying I didn't know if I was going to do it. I was up in the air.
Yeah.
I was sick for like a week, and then
Uh,
and
man,
then
y'all give it up for this girl. She know how to get rid of a job, man. That's sick, man.
I
That's
definitely
sick, girl.
do.
She not let him go.
So
Y'all give it
like
up.
literally before I did, I remember somebody inboxed me like right before I was gonna make my decision, like the night before I made my decision, and they asked me a question. They was like, "Is money worth more than doing something that you love or something?" They asked me. I can't
Mm.
really remember what it was to that extent or whatever, but or
Yeah,
whether it
one of
was
them
to that
like
extent.
Oprah quotes.
Yeah, so like they asked me
Mm-hmm.
something. I was like, well, what made him ask me that? Like just out of the blue. And it was almost as if he asked me and like me quitting my job was literally in on my mind when he messaged me that. I was like,
Mm.
the heck? So when I messaged him back, I'm like, I was, talking to him about what I was just thinking about. And then so literally that morning I woke up and I was like, okay,
It's time for a change.
yeah, I just jumped out there and was like, okay, this is my last day, So I quit my job and opened, like I had already, I think, well, I was getting ready to sign a lease to open up my suite or whatever.
Nice.
And so the pandemic was still going on and the suites were still closed. So I had to wait.
Mm.
I don't think I opened the suite until like June. So I quit in
Okay.
April and then I had a month to just like sit around. You know what I'm saying?
Which was good. You probably needed that break to kind
Yeah,
of just
kind
slow down because
of.
you
I
was
was
about to
ready to
go.
go.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? I was
exactly.
ready to keep the motion going.
There you
So,
go.
I had literally asked my friend the year prior, we should start making body butter. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to make like body butter that like it had like intention behind it. So like affirmations on it, different things like that, like for manifesting and stuff. And so we never ended up doing it. So then when I had this break, I was like, okay, I'm about to start doing this. Like I feel like I'm about to start making body butter. And then I talked to somebody else, and somebody was like, I feel like you're supposed to be doing something with your hands, like making something like a product or something. And I was like, well, I did say I was about to start making body butter. So I literally like posted it online that I was going to start making it. And then I posted like a little clip like after I had made some of it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I literally already had people inquiring about it. And literally the day that I posted it, I had sold out. Like that was the quickest $500 I ever made in my life.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, okay. Like I can't believe like that happened because I wasn't expecting to get that many sales. I wasn't expecting it. But also
Mm.
I was doing something that I actually genuinely wanted to do. I wasn't doing it for money. I was just doing it because I had downtime and that's something that I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
So then after that, I was like, okay, well, I feel like I could turn this into a business because I always said I wanted my own cosmetic line. So, I started really like trying to do research to make the product better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so you was really into it at this
yeah.
point. You wanted to not only make it worth your while, but make it worth your customers' while. So
because at first I was
researching and
just
all of
like,
that.
I put like a few different oils in it and stuff, and I liked it. I liked the consistency of it, but then I started researching like what this oil does, and especially for like women of color or men of color who had deal with like hyperpigmentation and stuff. So
I don't know what hyperpigmentation is.
It's basically like when people have like dark spots or discoloration of the skin. So basically, like I was trying to cater my products around that, but also something that looks like so a lot of people like it because it has shimmer in it, and it like I have bronze and gold, so it kind of like gives you like a little tint, a little gold bronze effect to the skin.
Okay.
So not only does it look good, it makes you look good and it smells amazing, but it actually does something. It has a benefit behind it, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it wasn't just something you just like another makeup product. It actually does some like helping to lighten dark spots on your skin and look
nice,
good.
nice. So, yeah, man, you gotta throw me a little sample, man.
Yeah.
So
And then like in November, I did my first pop-up shop, and so with that, I actually made my own beard and scalp oil. So it really was just beard oil at first for men. So I wanted to create a product for men too. So I did the one for women, and then I had one for men.
There we go, man. There we go.
So
she getting universal now. Yeah. Now we thinking. We on
but even the men was using my body butter because it's not like it gives
for everybody.
Yeah, like especially if you got tattoos and stuff. You know how some men they shave their arm where their tattoos and stuff are at.
Oh, and they cut their tattoos sometimes?
Yeah, so like it makes your tattoos pop. You know what I'm saying? It like really enhance your natural skin tone.
Well, bump the A&D ointment, y'all. You know what we going to. Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Better get that butter. Let's get it. Now, isn't that what on your page? Isn't that the commercial? Isn't that like what you kind of selling on your commercial on your page?
Yes. Which one? Because on my cosmetic page or my personal page?
Well, which one is for the butter and the body?
No Basics. So my cosmetic name is No Basic Cosmetics, and on there I do have a commercial on there, but that was from last year I did for Christmas time or what have you. But this
now you have a recent one now,
yeah,
right?
But that one was just basically showcasing, like I had a magazine, so it's me manifesting my own way, like showing people like this is where my goals are and this is what I'm going to accomplish. So basically I had No Basics as the #1 cosmetic line internationally on there, and so it's basically like part of my rebrand. So and also like rebranding my cosmetics, but also rebranding myself as well, like showing people who I am, what I'm doing.
So that's a part. That's gonna be a part of the. That's the part of the rebrand.
Yeah,
the rebirth.
That's why at the end it says to be continued because it is gonna be to be continued soon. So
nice. Well, let's roll that clip so they can see some of that. Yeah, let's see that. All right.
My success is not by coincidence or chance. Here I come. God, hard work, and manifesting got me where I am. My passion and my purpose go hand in hand, and it's time I show the world who Marisa Monet is.
right, y'all. That was some of her. What was that?
So that was the reintroduction of, rebranding myself. Because normally I go by Conti. That's what a lot of people know me as. But now I go by Marisa Monet, which is my first and my middle name. And but also I'm showing you guys like this new version of me because I'm no longer who a lot of people know. I've grown a lot over the years. I've done a lot. Like in these from 2020 up until now, I've done a lot and I've changed a lot. Like crazy. Like
So
you know what I'm saying?
give me one thing that you changed dramatically from.
My mentality.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Certain things. There's certain things I'm still working on, but I will say my mentality, how I think about certain things, um,
Well,
how I deal with certain things, how I react to certain things, just things
Okay.
like that.
So no more short tempers. You able
I
to
wouldn't say short
bring it in
temper,
more?
but just know God's still working on me.
Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, she got it. She got a little halo coming over there. You see that? The horns coming down.
At least
the
I'm
halo going
honest,
up.
because look, some people get on, in front of people, be like, "Oh no, I'm perfect." Like, no, I'm not
Right.
perfect. I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say, but just know that God is still working on me. Okay.
Cool. That works. God is working
Yes.
very hard.
He's been working
Since
very hard on
2020,
me.
he's been working very, very
Yes.
hard.
Well, even over the years, because I've changed drastically, from having kids and just different relationships, friendships, everything. And then I think just 2020 just kind of like with the pandemic and stuff kind of made me take a look at myself, my goals, reevaluate a lot of things, a lot of people that was in my life, and make a lot of shifts within myself, but then also shifting a lot of people out of my life because
Right.
I feel like when you really start getting serious about where you're trying to go and you feel like or that certain people can't go with you. Like even then I knew a lot of people couldn't go with me, but it was just hard to make that transition because once it's almost like your comfort zone. When you're so used to being around certain things, it's so hard to like remove yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that requires you to be by yourself for a period of time.
The consistency in it, because you probably seen it. You was walking the trail, but you just kept bearing off
I
because
kept
of
going
all the
back. I
people
kept
and all
going
the
back.
things around you.
I was like, are you sure, God? Is this like you really want me to cut this person off? And then it was just like, okay, God will tell you that it's time for them to go, and then you keep holding on, and then the situation either get worse or that person end up doing some crazy stuff or just whatever the case may be. So like I just feel like now like I'm so passionate about what I'm doing.
Right.
Look,
man, mama, 2020 about the God. She said 2020, God, thank you. She had to bring God in it.
Well, no,
2020 ain't no joke.
I mean, not even just 2020. Like I've always like talk about God. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
Good.
like when I had my son, when I tell you I was going through so like postpartum, all that type of stuff, and like literally I had my son like right when I was in hair school. So I got kicked out of hair school and I was like, oh shit, like I paid money for this, So I didn't know if I was going to be able to go back to hair school or what have you. So like just, experiencing different things up until 2020, like everything that I've been through, even 2019 where I was broke as hell. I didn't even think I would even be where I am right now. Like 2019 to now where I am now, even though I'm nowhere where I'm not even gonna say close to where I want to be because I don't know how close I am.
Mm-hmm.
But just I never thought I would even be where I am right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I never would have thought I would have tried. I never would have thought I would have started my own cosmetic line. I never would have thought like I would have opened my suite in 2020. Like even if things didn't pan out the way that I wanted them to, it's just the fact that I tried to do it because for years I didn't do anything because of things holding me back, other opinions, my own self-doubt, so like me doing that, like I thought the world was about to end. So I was like, look, it's time for you to step this shit up because if you're gonna die, girl, like you need to just lay it all out on the table. So like now I don't be playing. You know what I'm saying? I do not be playing. Like anything that I want to do, I'm gonna figure out how to do it. I mean, I've always been like that, but now it's like there's no excuse. I'm not. I don't have no excuse for myself, and I don't give no excuse to anybody else. Like when I want to do something, I start putting a plan in place immediately. Like, okay, there is not no if I'm gonna do it, it's when I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Period.
Right.
So that's even go for like my cosmetic line that I started in 2020. You know, start doing my own events last year. You know, I always did like little events and stuff here and there, but like actually trying to do it on a bigger scale, you know, and marketing myself, doing the graphics, putting together like photo shoots and video shoots and stuff. So, you know, I told you I got my hand in everything because I'm just a creative. Like I love creating stuff. You know,
got the fur coat. She next Diddy, y'all. They got the coat. Look, they got the fur.
I'm Diddy with. I was about to say something.
There you go. That 2019 about to jump out. Yeah, jump out real quick. But,
no, look, I was just gonna say like, look, some attributes of Diddy I'll take, but some other ones, you know, just leave that where it's at.
I'm telling you, yeah, she with it. All right. Anyway. Now back to how you were saying, because you did make a pretty good point about like, you know, having to switch, you know, your surroundings and your people. So I know you said that you're working on a movie, right? So you got with some pretty cool people to get that started, right?
Yes.
So give me some more detail on
that. Per usual, I'm working with Chris Walton Films, or Chris Living Good on IG. Me and him are actually working on a short film. I don't want to go too much into detail about what it is or the title until, you know, everything starts going in motion. But we got a couple different short films that we're working on right now.
Sounded pretty professional right there. That's what you said. I ain't gonna get into too much detail until it's confirmed.
I don't want anybody tainting anything before it's, you know, before it gets out there. But just know that I'm working, and so like, you know, with Chris, it's always like magic with him. Like he's the guru of taking nothing and turning it into something, as myself. So I enjoy working with him because one thing about Chris is I could tell him something one time and he supersedes my expectations, which I love. So I'm excited to see what we're going to do in 2023 as far as short films and, you know, him helping me with my cosmetic line and any other things that we, you know, venture into.
Right. Nice. Well, yeah, don't forget about your boy right here.
Oh, no, look.
You know, I want to hop in some of
you definitely
going
to be in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's no question.
Oh, yeah. y'all get ready. You about to, tag team Project X on them. I'm telling you.
Of course. Like, you know, you already know me and you going to work together. That's, you know.
Yep. We locked in.
I'm trying to tell you, 2023, better hold on.
I'm telling
you. know what I'm saying? Better hold on because we about to shake shit up.
2023 is the place to be.
You know, normally people say that, but I actually feel that. Like, I did not come to play with nothing or nobody. Like,
I mean, look at this jacket. I'm telling you, this you brought the jacket. After I said, she said, you gonna take a jacket off? I'm gonna keep mine on.
Shout out to the faux fur company.
Shout out to the fur. I said, oh. So she not playing. She coming in like Biggie. I said, oh. I said, gee, red carpet and all, but I had to roll it out.
You know, per.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, so be on the lookout for all my different projects and events and stuff. Because I definitely plan on throwing more events this year. And people are already in my inbox going crazy about an event that I haven't even planned yet. I just kind of threw a little idea out there and people are like hounding me. So that's good. I do appreciate that because, you know, it was one point where I was trying to get people to support me. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even get one, you know what I'm saying? And now to have people support, whereas like I was scrounging for support, is amazing. Like I don't care if it's 5 people that support me. Like, I think that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna treat it as a big deal. So
she came from getting fired at retirement homes. So now people blowing up her phone. Oh, I love
it. But
they
was blowing up my phone then, so don't get me wrong.
Oh, there you go. But now they blowing up your phone for the right reasons.
Yes.
There we go. Not the 2019 reasons. They blowing your phone for the 2023 reasons. There we go.
But I definitely worked so many different jobs. So But I literally use jobs to gain experience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because a lot of jobs won't hire you if you got experience. You can have a degree and they won't hire you because you don't have
Mhm.
experience. So like I'll literally go look for jobs just so I can gain experience for different things like management and graphic design. I kind of already had that experience, but
Right.
different things. So
Cool.
sales, Yelp, thank you.
Yeah, she says it. Yep, look, Yep coming back with that one. I'm telling you. Man.
Oh,
Yo, look,
but
yo about to get. Yo, you heard that? Give us a good rating, all right? You heard it, right? She cites you, so cites us,
look.
okay? Subscribe, yo, for real.
No, but I definitely I definitely wanted to work at Yelp for sales so I could learn sales a little bit better and to use for my own business and stuff.
Right. I didn't think about
So
that. Yeah, you probably, definitely got some good experience
sales,
off of that.
branding, and getting cursed out on the phone.
Oh yeah, see?
So dealing with customers. But I've
Mm-hmm.
always been in customer service, hospitality, all that type of stuff. So
Nice.
you know.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna ask you some regular questions. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I feel like all the questions we asked was so perfect. Let's just give the viewers the typical questions. So we'll start with your favorite color. What's your favorite color?
Well, it used to be blue, but now it's pink.
Pink.
Yeah, but I wear a lot of black, so but yeah, pink.
Okay.
Mm.
Why does every girl always like some pink or
But see,
something bright?
well, I mean, it wasn't always pink. Like I said, it was blue for the longest, but that was because it was my dad's favorite color. So it was my
Okay.
favorite color too. But I think when I opened my suite and I had to figure out what color scheme I would go with, I decided with pink, and I started doing a lot of pink stuff. And I'm like, maybe pink is my favorite color. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
but gold is definitely my favorite color. I love gold.
Gold,
and black, like.
All right.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that good old silver to just slide up in there.
I wear silver, but I love gold. I've always loved gold, even
Yeah.
as a kid.
Cool.
That gold crayon, I'm gonna wear it out.
Oh my goodness. Do not take her to IHOP. She gonna punish them little kid girl. I'm telling you. No, for real. But all right. Next question. I got you. So if you were going to blow up off of any social media, which one would you rather take off at?
Whichever one gonna pay the most.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. I like that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If you could have picked a career other than being an entrepreneur, any job in the world, what would it be?
Nothing else.
Nothing?
Yeah, I would always
If
choose
that job never existed, they just blinked your memory, you woke up one day and they said there's no such thing as entertainment.
It's in me. So
Oh my goodness. She said,
I would be the one to create entertainment because people are gonna be entertained.
there you go. See, look, it was destiny. She was gonna get fired from Yelp regardless. There was no way
I was
y'all was
entertaining them
gonna
in
keep
that
her.
too.
There's no way anybody was gonna keep
Like
her.
I would say this: we used to have sticky notes, and people had to write stuff like nice little things about your teammate, and people always used to tell me like either they love my personality or they love my hair or
Wow.
makeup. So I was born to be an entertainer.
Nice.
Or be a creative. Just be. I was just born to be me.
Cool.
People just happen to love it. So
Yeah, that's nice. I can see it though. Like, you definitely project that. If you had to choose between listening to music for the rest of your life or watching movies for the rest of your life. Music?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I love music. Like literally how I get my ideas for different creative endeavors, I listen to music.
Okay.
Yeah. So like if I'm gonna use a song for something that I'm working on, I'll listen to that song over and over again while I write or whatever. That's how I came up with my first commercial because I was listening to a song and I was like, I got an idea, and I just started writing it down. And that's how I got my other commercials that I'm gonna put out too, listening to music.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, snap. Look, we got a little exclusive sneak peek on our next one. I'm telling you. All right. So now, is there anything else you wanna tell us that we haven't already known?
I would just say, like, not to give up on your dream. I know a lot of people say that, but it's easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so easy to say, I'm going to throw in the towel because things aren't moving at the pace that you want them to move at, or because you did something and you failed at it. That's really a good sign that you did it. You know what I'm saying? Even if you failed, like, that's you learning what to do next time. And that's something that was a lesson that I had to learn, because I know when I fail at certain things, I would be so hard on myself. But now I'm like, okay, use that as a lesson, because like I said, I don't really come from a family of entrepreneurs or even have many mentors, but I do go out and research and do different things. So I try not to be as hard on myself, especially when I'm literally teaching myself. But I definitely go through a lot of different struggles that I never really tell anybody about, but I still keep the vision, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
where I'm trying to go, why I'm trying to get there. Even with being a single mother, dealing with those daily struggles of being a single mother and trying to homeschool and do all those other things. Like, I'm like, okay, even if I have to put a pause on certain things that I'm trying to do, I'm gonna get right back at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if it's a week, a month, like,
Yeah, you
I'm
learn how to multitask.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's another thing, like doing so many different things. People think, oh, well, why aren't you picking one thing? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like for years, I kind of had to explain to people, like, I can't just pick one thing. Like, I feel like if I pick one thing, I'm be in this box for everybody else. Like, I'm outside of the box. Like, I do everything. I do everything that I love to do, because people are like, well, what's your passion? Everything that I do is my passion. You know, I enjoy it. If I enjoy doing something, why do I have to pick one thing?
Right.
So, but like, yeah, like I said, I would definitely tell people, like, don't give up. Like, it don't matter if it take you your whole life. If something is really something that you want to do, then do it. You know what I'm saying? Even if you get 1,000 different no's. Like I said, I didn't start off getting a lot of support. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had, if you look on Eventbrite, I still have it saved. Like, back in like 2007, I was supposed to throw an event back then to help raise money for my own business. And it never happened.
Yeah,
You know
you
what I'm
said
saying?
2007.
I'm sorry, 2017.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say
So,
2007.
oh
Dang,
no.
you must have. That should be like $100,000 in your
I'm
bank
trying to
account. You
tell you.
saving for that long.
No, so like I had like made flyers. Me and my friend was going out passing flyers out door to door and stuff like that. I made GoFundMe and all this different stuff, and got like literally no support. You know what I'm saying? Whereas now, people are in my inbox that I don't even know for real. Like, some people that support me I've never met a day in my life, and they be in my inbox almost like every other day talking about how much they support me, how much they love what I'm doing, how much they like love me as a person, and different things like that. So I really, really, like, people don't know it, but I really, really appreciate that, because sometimes when I'm like down on myself and I feel like I'm just about to give up, it's some person that's in my inbox that keeps me going, you know what I'm saying? Besides my kids, but you know what I'm saying? Just knowing that other people are enjoying what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Besides the fact that I enjoy it. But now I'm doing it because I enjoy it. But
Right.
more than anything. But
Nice. That's so cool, man. Social media actually does affect in a positive way on people. I like that,
Well,
man.
also it depends on what you follow. Like, because people say it's negative, and I just think, like, I've unfollowed a lot of different pages. I don't follow Shade Room. I don't follow Baller Alert, and I'm about to follow Spiritual World, because they're getting a lot like Shade Room, like with all the negativity and stuff. Because I don't understand how Spiritual World but
Right.
you know, I feel like it's important to watch what you feed yourself, like
Right.
physically, mentally, emotionally, and all that type of stuff. So, I use my social media to like engage with other people that's doing things that I'm doing. Like, I tell people, either you're gonna laugh on my page, either you're gonna heal. We're gonna talk about some serious shit, some funny shit, some whatever shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all adults here, but you know, I try to make a positive impact on people through social media as well, because I know that I do have people watching me. You know what I'm saying? Even when, I wasn't where I am now, like, back when I was like 20, 19, I would have people inbox me and like saying that they were inspired by me. And I'm like, what are they inspired by? Like, I'm a single mother. I'm not really, you know, doing the things that I really want to do. So to be able to inspire people then says a lot about, you know, I feel like who I am and who I am now, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my followers, my supporters.
Man.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
We're
shout
gonna do
out.
it big.
Yes, yes. That's dope, man. This is awesome, awesome interview. You enjoyed yourself?
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, you know, hate to see this time go, man, because this is an amazing interview. But like all
It
great
definitely
things
was.
must end. So
It's
I'm
not.
your.
It's not ending with us, though.
It won't end with us.
Yeah.
No. We bringing her back. You already, I'm telling you, we're gonna bring Marisa back for
Yes.
real.
After we do our short film and stuff.
Yeah, gotta let them know how it went.
Yeah.
So, but it's your boy DJ BestFriend and
Marisa Monet.
And this is Who Know You. Peace.
Hey.
Hey, it's not what you know, it's Who Know You Podcast.